もう大丈夫ですから。
Today we are going to cover a Yuri visual novel that dives deep into urban legends and occult mysteries. The visual novel features three girls whose paths cross when their peaceful, everyday life is shattered as they come across the infamous Kudan, the harbinger of calamity. Our characters will have to face their fears to fight against the unknown in order to protect the people they love. Today, we are going to take a look at the Curse of Kudan. A person often meets their destiny on the road they took to avoid it. Well, in Sakuya's case, it's meeting pretty girls. The Curse of Kudan features our main character, Sakuya Kudan, the star of the school, stunning everyone around her with her bold, dashing looks, a strong-willed attitude, and a kind and caring heart. Upon one fateful day, Sakuya runs into Tokoshima, a beautiful and refined young lady befitting her well-established and esteemed background. Shortly after their meeting, Sakuya enrolls in Toko's cooking seminar and finds herself enjoying Toko's company. Those peaceful days are cut short, however, as Toko becomes the next target of the infamous urban legend Kudan. Sakuya rushes to get to the bottom of this mystery and enlists the help of Koto Akinashi, the fashionable and passionate occult club president. Together, they seek to solve the mysterious rumors revolving around their friends in order to protect each other. The Curse of Kudan is a very chill Yuri visual novel, seasoned with mystery and suspense. When it's not covering the local mysteries, the visual novel spends a lot of time detailing the normal everyday life of Sakuya and her outings with her harem. Lots of moments are dedicated towards the cast casually conversing with each other, slowly growing their affinity. The conversations have a nice sense of natural realism to it, as the girls talk about school life, hobbies, food, and each other. Well, mostly Sakuya for that last one.
もともと気概のあるやつは好きだが。
However, these conversations are a double-edged sword. When the conversations aren't being meaningful with character development or plot progression, they fall into the trap of being very dull, especially with the prose being written very on the nose. The mysteries themselves are simple and easy enough to follow. The first two acts are disjointed enough to serve as small, minor adventures for Sakuya's ragtag detective agency. The last act, however, is where the plot really takes off. With the second act's conclusion, the occult mystery is a lot more personal to the characters and is a demonstration of the bonds the girls have with each other. For the Curse of Kudan, there are branching paths for Sakuya to go after a particular heroine, but it doesn't stop there. And to be honest, neither does Sakuya, but that's besides the point. The Curse of Kudan is a mystery visual novel, and with this particular mystery comes riddles. And with riddles comes choices. In order to solve the urban folklore, you are presented with story-relevant riddles, where you have to figure out the correct answers via clues hinted prior. If you mess up answering these riddles, you will get a bad ending. In regards to the heroine routes, over the course of the story, you are presented with choices that will affect your affinity with the girls. It's all or nothing, so if you don't have max affinity with the characters as shown by the progress indicator, you won't unlock the true ending for that character. For the actual true ending, that route is unlocked by having max affinity for both heroines, which leads to a proper conclusion to the Curse of Kudan as a whole. Which leads me to my next point. The two heroines have specific routes dedicated to them, but by the end of those stories, they don't feel like proper complete conclusions, leaving a half-baked, bittersweet ending. Sure, the girls get their moments of devotion to each other, especially with their romantic and sensual CGs, but there's a nagging sensation where something just doesn't feel right or properly resolved. This is even more so painfully aware in Toko's route, as the story, both in its mystery and character dynamic between the two, doesn't feel properly earned. Koto's route is better in this regard, vastly improving Sakuya's complete denseness. Koto, you poor girl. Now let's talk about the production. Prepare to hear certain tracks a lot in this visual novel, because for a small playlist of songs, you'll hear them on repeat for a long while. Numbering in the single digits, the same slice of life joyous music will end up being played very frequently. Normally this is standard fare, but what makes listening to these considerably worse is that the main core of the song is roughly 1 minute to 2 minutes. So you'll be hearing it loop through the same progression of notes multiple times in a single scene. The tracks that play during the visual novel's tense moments are slightly better in this regard, but I think that's because I was just tired of hearing that acoustic guitar strumming for an hour. And now, time for the graphics. If you were to tell me that you picked up this visual novel because of its visuals, I wouldn't blame you. These CGs are stunning. The background and character designs complement each other nicely, with the character designs being distinctly unique and dynamic. But the real eye candy here are the main CGs. They look gorgeous. The CGs depict the girls in noteworthy moments, each intensely drawn with a great array of bright, vivid colors and light gradients, accentuating the scene and showing off the characters. Especially Sakuya. Sakuya looks perfect in all of them. Whether she's delighted, flirtatious, or determined, Sakuya looks exceptionally striking in all of them. She's just too wonderful. No wonder she's captured all the girls' hearts. In conclusion, there are notable weaknesses in the Curse of Kudan. The narrative drags itself down with its bluntly written prose, subjectively dull slice-of-life interactions, and underdeveloped characterization outside of the true route. Despite this, however, the vibrant artwork and the cute interactions between the girls are attractive points towards the visual novel. If you're looking for cute girls being gal pals, you'll be alright with this addition to the Yuri visual novel library, with the Curse of Kudan also adding its own unique touch of mystery that slowly increases in suspense. I give the Curse of Kudan a 3 out of 5. Subscribe if you like the video and want to see more. Check back every week for new content. If you're interested in some other Yuri visual novels, check out my Yuri visual novel review